in the room as people start coming in excitement. And actually, it's actually very exciting for us as well, because it's the first time that we actually have a joint session together with the Chinese University of Hong Kong. To give you a little bit of background of the project, this was actually supported by the UGC back in 2013, when they actually take out, I think there was 82 million for collaborative project, and this one, KEEP, right? Knowledge and Education Exchange Platform is one of the biggest projects in that selection. And it's so big that it actually has the involvement of all institutions in Hong Kong. Absolutely. Yes. So, and it's actually led by Professor Erwin King. He is, I'm going to read this. He's the Associate Dean Education of the Engineering Faculty and a Professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering at the Chinese University of Hong Kong. So he's the director or the leader of the project, and he will be the first speaker today. Please join me in welcoming. You partner with one of the most popular guys in the university, our own Professor Sandy Lee, head of education. Everybody comes in and says, "Oh, Sandy is here, Sandy is here." So it's so unfair. You know, I'm here too. But Sandy Lee, well known and well respected in the university. So he will also he's work with Professor King. So without further ado, I'll pass the floor to Professor King, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Fanny. Thank you, Eva. Really appreciate you guys inviting me to come here to share with you some about things that we're doing right now. I hope that you guys all settle down. You guys have your lunch. Knowledge and Education Exchange Platform. This is a platform where we're going to have, it's a cloud-based platform, and so it stands for Knowledge Education Exchange. And first, I'd like to share with you our partners. Who are our partners? It's good to say that all institutions in Hong Kong are represented. So this is not just one particular institution, but all. We all care about our education, our future of education, particularly in digital learning and as well as e-learning. And that's why we created this particular project. Okay. But before I go on to talk a little bit about detail, I also would like to share with you that we partner with Coursera. So they will give us their meta content. So you could do one-stop search on our platform. We will get all the metadata from Coursera, edX, FutureLearn, and many other learning sites. Material on our key platform, and that will also be searchable. Now let's come back to Coursera. Coursera actually was founded by Andrew Ng, a computer scientist from Stanford. It was a really interesting story. He was teaching machine learning, and at that time he wanted to really teach a lot of people on the internet. And he found out that instead of reaching only maybe 50, 60, 100 people, with his machine learning course. And with that, he was inspired to bring education, free education, to the masses. And Coursera was founded. In fact, last couple of days, we were at UST. They had an Asia regional workshop for Coursera partners. And we were there to talk about future strategies and so on and so forth. This is what he said. We're excited that KEEP will help increase the discoverability of Coursera's courses and other high-quality online learning resources in Hong Kong and beyond. So we begin with Hong Kong. We want to list all your education resources and material, and then we will go there and other resources from other parts of the world. And Hong Kong is first because we're funded by UGC, right? So, how many of you actually know edX? edX, you do, okay, so you do, keep good. edX actually is our partner as well. And Anand Agawa of edX also said this, I heard so much about Keep, please tell me more about it. We do have also their meta data, and you can search for all their courses available, okay, on our platform. Okay, E1. E1 is a learning platform in Taiwan. So we also have the traditional language, I mean written language, and also speaking Putonghua. We have these their material available as well. And we also have Xuetang. Xuetang is one of the largest one inside China. And we're very, very fortunate to be able to, in fact, have their meta content. So if you have anything, you can search it in Chinese, some kind of course, and maybe even instructors and so on and so forth, and you can search for this Xuetang on our platform. And the latest addition to our key partner is Adore. Okay, it pronounces Adore. And what is Adore? Is the latest thing that we are trying to experiment. And the latest thing that we're trying to experiment is what we call a micro module. Okay, micro module. So think about micro module being YouTube plus Pinterest plus Wikipedia. You put the best of three together, that will be a micro module. So what is a micro module? So for those of you who may not know what a micro module is, we're trying to produce content, video content for about 6 minutes, 6 or maybe a little longer, a little shorter. But each micro module is a self-contained concept. So for example, for me, I teach data structure. I might teach something about how to do quick sort or a bubble sort, for example. And that will have not only the video, but will have all the content. For example, the prerequisite that you need to know for this bubble sort, and also the explanation of what a bubble sort is, and also maybe some homework assignments, related programming assignment that is related to that. So what we think is that having these micro modules, and you could do it on Edore, you could create an account on Edore, and then what we could do is that we could have a finer learning path for individuals. We're going to talk more about this, okay? But the concept is really break a 45-minute lecture down to smaller modules, a bite-sized module, so the learner will be able to absorb it very quickly and more effectively. Okay, so this is something that is developing right now. So what is Keep? Okay, so I talked a lot about the partners and what they do and so on and so forth. But what is Keep? Well, Keep, what we want to do is really a platform to showcase the latest and the best educational resources coming from all the institutions here and beyond. That's one thing. So you have best practices, best tools, best system, so on and so forth for education. Let us know. We'll be happy to promote that alongside with your institution. Okay, that's one of our missions. We also want to build a cloud-based platform for educators. Okay, and we'll talk more about that. We want to foster collaboration in teaching and learning. Our existence and our DNA is about teaching and learning. So we want to do everything that uses technology and other related resources to help that we could teach and learn better. Now, and this is things that I just shared with you earlier. We aggregate all the e-learning knowledge for sharing, and we integrate innovative education technologies onto this key platform. Okay. So there are three main things that we kind of focus on. Obviously, is education, and the second thing is using technology. We're going to show you something in terms of how we can use mobile learning. Okay, a little bit later on, we could actually use an Apple Watch. We're going to show you how that can be integrated into the teaching and the learning environment. And lastly, what we want to do is also be able to connect to the institution's database, so that all the information that we have on Keep will be sent back to each individual institutions, so that they're able to actually monitor the students' progress. For example, what are they learning on the Keep platform? What are they doing on the Keep platform, and so on and so forth. So one of the things that we want to do is really integrate a single sign-on, so that if you're a student here, you could use your account, and you will automatically be a member of Keep. But whatever you do there, all that information will be sent back again to BU. Okay, so that's some of the things that we want to do. This is our idea. Okay, we have 4 components that I just want to briefly. I don't want to bore you because this is a little bit technical, but here in the middle is really our data analytics engine, our search engine, and our recommendation engine. This recommendation, we are working with PolyU, right? We're working with PolyU. So what they want to do is be able to recommend courses at the appropriate level, at the appropriate knowledge level, and so on and so forth. And also maybe doing recommendation for your career, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is recommendation engine. Search engine, you saw what we were doing earlier. I will give you more detail later on. And the data analytics is really something that we, many of the administrator and the teacher would like to know. How can we teach better? You know, looking at the data from the student, right, we could actually predict at-risk students who are actually falling behind. Can we help these students better? Okay, so we want to design some kind of early warning system, build it into the system such that the administrator and the teacher will take notice and be able to prevent certain things from happening. Okay, so that's the middle, and there are 4 components right here. Obviously, the first thing is the education content. We crawl all the local things. We crawl the staff's webpage. We crawl the resources. We crawl your coursework. So when you type something in our search engine, it's very different from Google's. And Google, we'll share with you what the difference is. Google tells you everything from the world. This is really focused. It's very focused on education resources only. Okay. Second, I just share with you is education information that we want to share information among institutions. This is what the second component. The third component is really the integration with MOOCs and LMS. Currently, we already share with you that we talk with Coursera, edX, eWant, Xuetang, and more and more and more. Okay, but we also host on our platform right now 2 LMS for free. We host Moodle for free. So if you want to actually have a course on the Keep, you can do it today. We also host Open edX for free. So if you are not a partner of edX, because it's quite expensive to become a partner, but you want to have that experience of what an Open edX or edX is like, you're welcome to come to our platform, create your course, and play around with all the features that's available. We in the future, we are hoping and we're planning to include Blackboard. We hope to include Open Canvas, which is one of the newest LMS in the future. When that is done, then everything that you created can be actually put on Keep, and we will promote it to the whole world. Okay, so this is really a MOOC thing. A lot of things you guys do what we call Spot for the university. This is really open up to the world. If you cannot get on Coursera, you cannot get on Open edX, you're welcome to do it on Keep. This is the portal to the whole world. Okay, so this is what we do the MOOC and LMS integration. And the last thing we want to encourage all the teachers here, maybe to help us to produce vertical systems such as small apps. I give you an example. One of our teachers who is working on speech recognition technology. And she could have actually integrate one of her systems on top of Keep. We're talking about this right now. If, for example, I will give you 10 vocabularies, English vocabularies, and I want you to pronounce these 10 words. And when you say this into the microphone, it will record it, it will analyze it, it will tell you how close you are to the normal English speaker. Give a percentage, 75%, 80%, and so on and so forth. That could be a small app, but that can be integrated into this engine such that any teacher might say, hey, your homework tonight is to pronounce these 20 words on this app. And that app will send all the data and all the final outcome into our engine, and that will send it back to all the teachers. So the teacher basically will have an assessment of how well a student will pronounce these 20 words, from these apps that is being populated. Another app that we actually have is Very Guide. I'm also the creator of Very Guide. So Very Guide is a plagiarism detection system. Okay, so we detect people from copying one another, and that could be another app that could sit on top of this, and the teacher and other student will be able to use the services provided at that level. Okay, so you can see that this is a platform, but it's really being supported by these 4 other components on the CUBE system. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to just very quickly go through because we're going to have demos shortly. We have 4 systems right now, or subsystem right here. Keep Search, Keep Catalog, Keep Course, and Keep Poll. Okay, these 4 things. And I want to just very quickly go through it. Keep Search is, again, it's a search engine, but you will see that our search engine is different from Google's. And we're going to show you some unique features that we have. Okay. Remember, just this is a focus search, so there's no junk. It's all from Hong Kong and all about education. Okay. So when you type in terms and that, you will find hopefully useful information. The Keep Catalog, and this is really interesting, right? A few years ago, I guess, people don't even know how to use Dropbox, right? So you just know what a Dropbox is, right? Okay, good. But teacher didn't know how to use Dropbox. Here is a catalog of software, hardware, and services that will be helpful to teachers as well as students. So here, if you click on Dropbox here, we will tell you how you could use Dropbox effectively in your teaching. For example, I use it for doing research, but you might be using it for something else. So we're going to have instances of these things. For example, Flickr. How do you use Flickr? Maybe you have a project that asks people to actually go out there and shoot photos and collect photos and post this on Flickr as a social project. So many of these products that we think are good for education, we will put it into this thing, what we call a catalog. And inside again, it will be hardware, software, services. Okay? And these things, we hope, it will help the teacher and the learner do their job. So this is what Keep Catalog. Keep Course is what I share with you. These courses are all from Coursera, edX, and so on and so forth. And your course, if you decide to put a course on the Keep platform, your course will be listed here. In fact, we probably will give a higher priority. Okay, so when we do search, yours will probably pop out the first, right? And so on and so forth. We're going to show you how the detail about this Keep course. And the last thing is Keep Poll. Keep Poll is really an instant feedback system for the instructor. Many times, when I do a topic, when I explain the topic, I don't know whether people really understand me or not, right? So what I could do is use a quick poll, send out a question, one simple question to the student to see whether they understand, right? More so, we learned that we're integrating a feature into Keep Poll. We could use Keep Poll as an indirect way to measure the attendance, or to keep track of attendance. Okay? So we're integrating this feature with at least with CU's student sheet. So we know for the course, we can keep track of students' attendance. If you ask one question in here, because you will see later on, our mobile application, you have to log in, using your whatever school account, right? So once you log in, we kind of know who you are, and when you answer that question, we know whether you are there or not. So this is a way that we can kind of keep track of attendance in the webinar. Okay? So this is Keep-Poll, and I'm going to show you more about that. Okay. And, oh, I think my turn is kind of up. Is that right? Okay. So I think for the next stage, I'm going to just ask a few of my colleagues to present to you some of the innovative things that we could actually use on the Keep platform. So,
thank you, Anthony. Hello, everyone. I'm William, and this is Raymond. So now we're going to show you four of the major products that you can find on our Keep platform. I'll show you three of them first, and the fourth one will be shown by Raymond. First of all, as you can see, this is a Keep website. So you can find the product here, Keep Search, Keep Catalog, Keep Course, and Keep Poll. So first of all, let's take a look at the Keep Search function. So this is a Keep Search. It may look like a Google search, but actually it will return results that are related to the educational resources. For example, we type a Chinese medicine, so you can see the suggestion come up. And if we hit enter, the search result will give you about all internet things related to the Chinese medicine, but educational field. You can further refine the search result. For example, if we want to search things about the BU, then you will see here the Chinese medicine specimen database and the BU library. So these are related to the BU. And the second function about is the cluster search. So if you click the cluster search, then it will give you related keyword about your search phrase. For example, now we're searching Chinese medicine under BU. Now you can see these are the related keywords about the Chinese medicine. So you can also, if you click on it, it will give you, for example, these are treatment of diseases. Then it will further refine the search result about treatment diseases on the right-hand side. So this is quite different from the Google search that all the search results are focusing on educational resources. This is a Keep Search. The second thing will be Keep Catalog. So we're collecting all educational hardware, software, and services onto our Keep Catalog platform. So you'll see here we have a Pocket, Google Drive. It's actually, you can look at these products by using the category, for example, teaching here as an example. So these are the average teaching product that you can use to enhance your teaching experience. For example, we can now further click into the Google Drive. Now we provide the screenshot, what Google Drive is in the description, and if users are actually using this product or services, they can type the comments about these products, whether they can help your teaching experience. So if you are using any of these products, you're welcome to log into our Keep platform and then give the comments to these products. Actually, if you have any great product that are not still not listed on our Keep catalog, you're welcome to do so. You can click on the submit here and then give us the information about your great educational product, and then we will list it on our Keep catalog platform. So the third one will be Keep Courses. Now you can see we actually index all courses from our root provider, including, you can see here we have Coursera, edX, Google Learn, UCD, E1, Shentang X. So you can have all courses here. If you have specific field that you want to search, you can use the search on the top right corner. So for example, we want to have medicine. Now we have these sort of courses about medicine here. Actually, as Professor King said, we also provide our own RMS, so you can find on the menu here at the bottom, we have Keep Moodle and Keep Open edX. Currently, we put our user guide and courses about how to use Moodle and Open edX on these two platforms. So if you want to have more idea about how these platforms look like, you can go to either one and then enroll these courses and experience them. And in fact, if you are interested to host your course content onto our Keep course platform, you're welcome to submit these course application form and let us know your course detail, and we will contact you to arrange a course area for you to upload your course content. So these are the three key products, and the fourth one will be Keep Code, and I'll hand it to Raymond to further explain it.
Thank you, William. So you heard of many kind of more like student study tools. So what about something about teaching? So we have one of the services we call KeepCool. Is personally already introduced doing some interactive real-time responding. So I can show you a quick demo. For example, when I want to create a new pool. So usually we just have many different type of questions asked in the classroom. The most likely is MC or open-ended question. So I may just ask, do you enjoy your lunch? And then you can just say yes or no. And then just submit this. And then you will get teacher managed view. We got full screen mode so that you can allow the student to instantly give you the response. Currently, we have three different ways to respond. First of all, the student can use their web browser. Just go to Safari.com and then enter the URL, type in the code, and then it's already okay. And we have also a smarter way is like the QR code. And of course, we want to serve all kinds of people. So even we support the SMS. So if you are taking our Nokia, don't have the web, etc., then you can still type the code, send to an SMS, and then you can still get some response. So probably I will show you another thing is the.
So I'm not allowed to tell you what I like my lunch?
You can still continue. You can still continue. Yeah. Yeah. I just see. Oh, there are a few more answering the question. Yeah. So I just want to show you. We are happy to tell you that we have already launched our Keepcool app on the App Store. So you can just go to App Store and search Keepcool, and then you will find our apps and you can install. And as you may see, we also include the watch. So I will later on show you a video demonstration on how the watch can work also. But first, let's just go to the main Keepcool apps. As I mentioned before, you can use the QR code scanner. So you can just scan this and then you get the question related to that QR code, and you can answer it immediately. For example, if I choose IFC, then submit, then it will pop up and show you the result. So this is another question probably I may ask in the classroom. And let's go back to sometimes if you don't want to take out your arm and scan the QR code and you just read the code I showed you before, so you can just like type in the code, same as the SMS code, but you use a much smarter way. We now use internet traffic. We don't use the charge for the SMS, so you still also get response from the student in this way. And what about if I'm a teacher and I want to ask some question? So I can go to my personal managed list. I can see what are the questions that I have created, and I can choose to activate it and close it. So if I just close it, then you cannot continue to go for that question. And then we have several actions that you can use. Currently, you can like switch on the things, and then there's a delete, share, and broadcast. So I think I don't need to share with you about what it is and share is, but what do you mean by broadcast? For example, in a small lecture room like this, if every student install also the same application, I'm a teacher, I can choose broadcast. The student will receive notification showing that you got a pool waiting for you, and then you probably need to select. So even if you don't have the projector screen showing on, you can still use your mobile and ask the student to respond. So for example, I just type broadcast and then choose like Bluetooth, then yeah, it will give you some warning to turn on the Bluetooth, etc. And also the student will also need to turn on their Bluetooth, but then they will receive their notification, and then they will have their question and answer available on their phone or even on their watches. So maybe let me show you how the Apple Watch works.
Learning Interactive. Here's the main Apple Watch screen. Apple. Keep Poll is available on the Apple Watch, and we're going to show you just how easy it is to make learning interactive. Here's the main Apple Watch screen. You'll see that Keep Poll is the pretty little green icon. Let's open it. Let's say Charlie is in class and his instructor just put up a multiple choice question asking what the tallest building in Hong Kong is. Of the choices on the screen in class, Charlie thinks that it's the International Commerce Center, ICC, which corresponds to 59076. So he's going to tap Answer ID. Once he does that, Apple Watch's built-in Siri functionality kicks in, and Charlie simply says 59076. He hits Done, and voila, his answer is populated in the selection box. Of course, Charlie might want to double-check his answer. Then, after he hits Submit, the app will show him a nice little confirmation message. Now let's say there are multiple polls going on at the same time in the same area, and Charlie's instructor wants to make sure all students focus on a particular poll. She can broadcast a particular poll to all devices in the surrounding area with a click of a button, and Charlie will see the poll pop up on his watch screen. All he has to do is click Poll and enter in the 4-digit passcode that his instructor set, in this case, 0941. The poll appears immediately on the screen, and now she wants to know who the best emperor of Rome is. Everyone knows that the correct answer is Augustus, so Charlie selects that, scrolls down, and hits Submit. Success! Learning and interaction made easy. Okay, back to Charlie again. This time, his instructor is looking to challenge the students in European history. She sends a poll to him, and this time, the open-ended question pops up asking why Rome fell. Thanks to Siri, Keep Poll takes advantage of voice dictation and allows users to input free-form text answers and allows students to give teachers more descriptive feedback. Charlie clicks on Answer Text, and Siri pops up, and Charlie says, Invasion. He clicks Done, and as you can see, Invasion appears so he can verify the answer, and click Submit. And voila! His response was accepted, and now he's on to the next question. This is just the beginning of all the possibilities that teachers and students can begin to explore to create a dynamic, more interactive learning environment.
So, excuse me. Yep. So I just show you a quick video about how the watch working. So you may wonder, oh, I just got an Android phone, what's going on? So no problem, because the Android version will be released next month. So yeah, so you know, sometimes the review submission procedure from the App Store and Play Store takes some time, and RSE, so yeah, things like that. Yeah. And now we are on the screen like Idor that Augustine has talked about. This is just the beginning of the programming product because we are just a small team with limited resources. But there are tons of many good things like Idor, the micro module we can share. So we will help to share the user database, get the animated integration, and then these kind of services can be integrated to share in all the university and all the students. So this is just a part of things we have completed, but what we're going to do next, I will ask the president to speak about a little bit of our
Is that good? Okay, great. We're going to have some question and answer sessions, so just hold off a little bit. So I'd like to share with you some of the latest innovations that we are planning for this coming year. Okay, so this is some of the work that we have done already, and it's still ongoing. But there's some new things that we would like to do. So let's go to the next. So a couple things we want to actually strengthen. One is analytics. We really want to not only collect, but we want to be able to predict. So the next phase is to be able to pick out at-risk student, to have early warning system, getting the feedback from the administrators and as the teacher, as well as from the teacher as well, to let us know what are the early warnings that we could have in our system so that we could prevent certain things from happening. So this is one of the things. Second thing is the gamification. We really think that education is fun, needs to be fun. We don't want to be, really coming to class just a pure lecture type. We want to make the environment to be interactive and make it fun. And how do we do that? We are not really just talking about playing games inside class. But what we are doing, I'm actually working on that, is to incorporate game theory into education. Game theory, as some of you may know, is setting up some sort of utility function that we can achieve a Nash equilibrium. Okay? Now there are many actually interesting things that we could do inside the classroom that we could apply game theoretic rules, or policies that will make our teaching more enjoyable, more fun. We also have games that people play, but the way that they play is by answering questions. Now, you all know we're working on with Benson Yeh from National Taiwan University. He is one of the foremost person on gamification, and he has built this engine. It's like playing a Risk. You guys know how to play Risk? It's like you're taking land, right? You're taking a piece of land. So what happened is that we want to interface that game engine with a question bank. So every question that you answer correctly, you will take other person's territory. Each student could also defend his or her territory by creating questions that other people may find it interesting or hard to answer. Okay? So you set up this ecosystem in such a way that is fun. So when people solve those problems, they get a kick out of this. So we are hoping to actually get this game engine into our system. And we will work with the company that he has right now to offer this to all the educators so that you can integrate your question bank into this game engine. Third, we want to make this much more social. We want to be able to actually create groups and create interaction on our key platform. Right now, as you know, you do search, okay, no big deal. But we want to make it almost like a Facebook page and with a lot more interaction. It's not going to be a Facebook page, it's a Facebook-like page that will make the key much more interactive. Lastly, we want to integrate a lot of mobile learning, because we find that, in fact, when we do labs, people just bring their phone. They look at their video, they look at their PDF files on the phone, and that's how they learn now. And what better way is to use your phone? No more clickers. We need clickers. We don't need clickers anymore. We just use our phone or our watch to provide instant feedback. So that loop is much quicker, much faster, much more accurate as well. So these are some of the things that we hope to achieve in the upcoming year. These 4 things, and I think that's more or less it, right? And please, if you have any questions, you're welcome to contact me and our colleagues here. And lastly, this is kind of catchy. Okay, come and say hi, guys. We're in Chinese U. It's not too far, a couple of stops north, so you will be there. We have this beautiful, do we have the center photos? Okay, we're sitting inside the center right now. Very lovely, so you're welcome to come and visit us. Lastly, just again, thank you, and keep in touch, right? Okay? And that's it. Thank you.
Some questions for us before
Yeah, please.
Sandy start, please?
Yeah, I ended really early. I hope this is okay.
No, it's fine.
It's okay.
Oh, I forgot to mention, sorry, Professor Wong, I forgot to mention you. Normally, the VPs don't come to our session at lunchtime. And today he came, I'm sure it's not because of the sandwiches,
Yeah.
but because of you too. So I'm sorry, Professor Wong, I have to make.
Thank you for coming, really. I really enjoy it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Questions, please?
Yes. Questions? Yes.
I was just wondering for the Keep poll, so the broadcast is using Bluetooth,
Right.
right? But what about the sharing? Is that a URL or email to other students?
Sharing?
Yeah, because it depends on the device. Probably in the iPhone, we just same as you share in the browser, you share your message, you will attach to your, for example, you will share Facebook, WhatsApp, etc. for things like that.
That share is the same share as what you would find on the iPhone. Yeah.
And the same for Android, then it depends on the operation system of the mobile.
We're also working with iBeacon and Eddystone. Some of you might know what Eddystone is. Anybody know what Eddystone is? Okay, iBeacon. But iBeacon is these beacons that is around that we can set up for indoor location-based services. And we can do broadcasting using iBeacon as well. Don't worry about it. Technology. Don't worry about it.
So, sorry, can I follow up? Because
Sure.
I wasn't clear. It was a similar question. Because the students answer, they're at different places and they answer. Now, in the classroom, what I would tend to do is to show them the result right away.
Right.
Many of you answered the right answer, or most
yeah.
of you got it wrong.
You did
So
show.
how did we get it if they are on an own iPhone and they're out there somewhere? How do I show that result back to them?
Yeah. So
So,
we're showing back to the student
The
who's taking it?
students, yes,
Okay,
yes.
so can you show the result? So if you take,
actually, after the student using, first of all, the mobile, if they use mobile, after they answer the question, they also show this screen.
Oh,
And for the web browser, it's also the same, because after you answer the URL, then you will also go to this one. And the watch then is also show you like the, if you have running, the log is a pie chart, similar stuff like this kind of result. And of course, if this is open-end question, you will see a list of answer like the equation or
so go back to that.
Yeah.
that thing.
yeah. Maybe you can just ask.
Just the one that you just had. You could actually put your question here. Is that the one? No, not this one. It's the one that you just answered. Very last one. Yes. So if you scan this, you can actually put your answer and it will show up here. So in fact, we're trying to promote multiple screen in the future. So, you know, you could do the main screen for your PPT file, and then you can actually save another screen for posting questions alongside. So this will facilitate that in the future as well. In fact, we're going to put quizzes on here too. So you could take quizzes, not just one single poll, but a list of questions. So you could do quizzes. So you could, because one of the things that we want to do in a flipped classroom, the first thing we want to do is to have an assessment to see whether they actually have seen the video, right? So the first thing that we do is really give a very short, maybe 5-question quiz. Very simple, multiple choices, and then we will assess whether they have learned the material or not. So can somebody actually put something in here? Is this active? Yeah. This is active. So take your phone out, or what you do is this, really. I mean, you call this number, okay? Call this number, and then you text 29410, and then what you do is you type in whatever, say something nice, okay? Say something nice, and it will show up here, okay? So this is actually, you know, this is kind of scary for us. You know how live demo works, right? We really don't want to do live demo, but this is really the true test of our system. So can somebody actually do? Can you scan this?
Give a question.
Yeah. Yeah, you can give a question or give a comment or whatever you have right here. Okay? So, you know, different from before. This is awesome. Yeah, I like that. Whoever that is. Okay. You know, different from before, the teacher say, don't bring your computer. Don't bring your mobile phone, right? Don't bring anything that will distract you. Right now, we tell the student, bring your computer, bring your phone, because we're going to use those things. We don't fight with you anymore. We want to use those things and integrate it into the learning, teaching and learning environment. And this is one small step, but I hope that people will use it. And by the way, all the questions that the teacher you manage, that means they could be repeated. Okay, that could be free. It's free. The best thing is free, right? Actually, what was I saying? I got this. What I said was this. These questions could be repeated. Okay, so once you set those things up, it belongs to you. You manage it. So you could actually set it for a particular course, particular week, particular question. Then for that week, you just ask those questions repeatedly. So once you set it the first time, then it's always there. Okay, you set your own set of questions for courses. So again, this is what's happening. It's a running thing. We are trying to promote, again, multiple screens. Because sometimes it's hard for a student to raise their hand and ask, but they will love to do this. They will be able to do this real time. And multiple languages too, right? You can do, I think, Chinese. Yeah? Surprised that nobody ever said Chinese. Okay. Any other questions? Yes?
Do you think that the online education platform will substitute the entire teaching class?
Other teaching, learning management platform? Like?
Online education platform will substitute the...
Oh, substitute us as teacher? No, I really say this, okay. Those are tools. You still need people to be there. I think that I actually see myself as more valuable now. When I do the flip, I tell you why, right? I could record once. I could do the micro module once. But the interaction with the student, that I cannot do before. But I can do it now. Because that frees me to do interaction with the student. In fact, that's why we're promoting this right now. It's like, CUHK has a strategy. First, it gets the teacher to do micro module. That's the first step. Then the micro module will lead to flipped classroom. Right? So you have to have these modules so that you could put online things. Then when you do your course, it's really a flip around. So we do much more interaction, and the student love it. Right? It's really demanding on the student. But if we incorporate game, we incorporate in face-to-face interaction, that is so much more than what we can do. Because I've been lecturing this data structure for 20 years, and the material really hasn't changed that much. I don't want to do it for 21st or 22nd or 23rd years, right? I just do it once. Do it right, do it well, do it good. But you just do it once. So I don't think we will be phased out. I think that we will be even needed more. That's all. Yeah. Questions? Any other question?
Actually, I asked the cost question because it's a lot of resources to sustain this. So
Yes.
Maybe you're not charging the individual, but when institutions do any en bloc, are you envisaging eventually there is a joint fee?
Yeah. This is interesting. We're looking for a couple of interesting development as well. Currently, these are for university, use, right? But we're thinking about we may be able to provide some kind of payment gateway. So for you to say, hey, I want to develop a course for professional learning or some other things, okay, then we could just do some kind of sharing, profit sharing or commission, right? So it's almost like an app, right? So Apple, what you do is you do an app, you put it on the Apple. If it's free, then it's okay. You can put it on, right? But if you charge something, Apple will just take a percentage. So there's something very similar, right? We're encouraging, in fact, anybody to use this. So if you want to say, hey, I want to do a professional course on certification on something, right? You're welcome to use this platform, okay? And we're trying to sort out the payment, the promotion, and all that other stuff. Okay, you can even do that for weekend courses. If you want to charge for something, we could try to help you to do that in the future. But now we're focusing on getting the content in there as well. Okay? Yes. Good questions. Not too tough though. Now, how many of you are doing e-learning? Can I just see show of hands? You are?
Done
Just-
before.
What?
Before.
Before, yeah, have done it. Okay, so can I ask you what
Right now I use Google Docs and Apps and Forms, Google Apps for Education,
yes.
and
You use their class?
yeah,
You do?
I set it up all in my class. I'm running it from a website,
Yeah.
and so I just have the students go into the website, and as they're showing, both, that I have them use a Google form to answer questions during the lecture. So I'm having them answer questions all the time. I do a link through to a quick module question. And then I put all of their answers back into the website. So now it's social learning, or collaborative learning, and they can do it anywhere because it's all on the phone.
Yeah, so this is great. I hope that you could become a Keep user and then go into the Google form product and tell us more how you use it. And this is what I think we're trying to build a community. You're a very successful case.
Yeah, I'm getting a ton of data.
Yeah, you're getting,
every
yeah,
day.
exactly,
students
exactly.
are answering
So
many questions.
in some way, the poll is like a Google form, but we customize it for the Keep. And then we're doing obviously also on the phone, on the watch as well. So this is something that is different. But I really appreciate that. I hope that you could become a user again and go review and show us how Google Form and other things, Google Class, for example, can be used in a teaching and learning environment.
Glad to.
Yes. What else? You did?
Well, my alma mater,
Yeah.
Indiana Wesleyan
Okay.
University in the US. We had it's still being used. It's called the Blackboard.
Yes.
The
We use
online
Blackboard.
Blackboard.
Yes.
Yeah. So and there are a lot of interactive programs for
Right.
students,
Right.
and I do that on my
Right.
master level. So
Great.
yeah.
Yeah, we're talking to Blackboard right now. So the next thing that we may have it is with Blackboard, potentially.
So it's really interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Good. Anyone else? Someone else is actually doing e-learning? Yes.
I have been using Socrates. Is it the name of the?
Socrates?
Yeah, Socrates.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a similar function like the polling.
Okay.
But the problem that I encounter in the classroom is that when all 24 students log on at the same time,
Right.
it jams.
Oh, really? I hope that we don't have that problem. Okay? I hope that we don't have that problem. I think
Yeah,
that
and another problem is because sometimes some of the students are not so motivated.
Right.
They do not even take out the phone and try to answer the.
yeah, but you tell them that we're taking attendance, they will, right? So this is one of the functions that we're doing. So we're integrating to our QSYS system, our student database. So we know for every class how many students are there and their ID. So this is thing that we do that nobody else could do.
But we can download the information from the.
Right, so we're working with your university administrator, right? So that we could, yeah, you could download that information. In fact, you should be able to see your student list, right? And then what we do is we'll tell you which week, he has answered a question or not. That's it. Okay? And what classes has answered the question. Then you can have a very quick attendance,
That would be helpful.
information. Yeah.
Thanks.
So, but your database need to allow us to have that interface. So we're working with CU because the very guy we're doing exactly that. We knew exactly that. So we know the courses that the students are taking, and so on and so forth. That's what it's about. Yeah. Anyone else? Who else is actually doing e-learning? Who else after this would like to do e-learning? You? Now, I mean, are you guys, I don't know what your university strategy, are you guys in a mode to like, do a lot of e-learning?
Yes, I think that we would. I mean, I think our colleagues are very shy. I mean, these two Chinese medicine colleagues are very needy. I mean, they have all the materials on whiteboard, and this one take attendance with the iPhone.
Oh, really?
We have a system that do that, and he's one of the ones when he comes share, he said, we don't take attendance by name now, just ask a few questions, and all the attendants are in. So basically, but I think one of the things that we are trying to sort out is we are a dual platform at the moment, and Moodle on Blackboard. But looking at the things that if we have it on your system, it doesn't matter. It's just everything is there, right?
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm not trying to bash Blackboard. I'm trying to actually. We are platform independent, so we
Yes.
promote all platforms. So we promote Moodle, we promote Coursera, and so on and so forth. So we will be happy to work with any platform that you have. But we're putting value-added services such as poll and other things in search engine recommendation and so on and so forth into the system for you to use. Okay. So the idea is really to build a community. Okay. Because we're passionate about teaching. We're here for a reason. Okay. We're here for a reason. And I really hope that we could build a community that would come together. That's all. So please sign up. If you haven't signed up, please sign up. What is this? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. This is not my stuff. Okay, I'm gonna take this time and give this to Sandy. Would you like to, please?
Thanks. Thank you, Professor King. I think I need to take these opportunities to express our heartfelt thanks to Professor King and also Eva for forging these opportunities for us to engage in the KIT project, right? And now, in fact, we derive our fundings partly from the KIT project and also partly from our TDG. So in fact, the sources of the resources actually come from two projects, the KIT and also the TDG from HKBU. Now. Our project team, we have Eva, Jackie, Gina, and also Jackie, Mickey, and Alpha. Now I will give you, a brief introduction and also our motivation of developing such a platform, and then I will, hand over to our colleagues to showcase some of the development about WOPS. Now, WOPS, of course, stands for Web-Based Annotation and Sharing Platform. We call it WOPS. In this platform, we provide multi-layered bookmarking, highlighting tags, collaborative annotation, coding of information, and co-authoring facilities. And more importantly, in fact, we have already, I guess we are going to upload this app onto the Google the Google Play, Google Store, right? And you could download this app and install on your Chrome browser. Now, to begin with, let me share with you some of our motivation. Why developing such a social annotation system? Now, well, I think some of the pictures look a little bit scary, right? And, but no matter you like it or not, I think social media has been impacting on our social life and also on our learning as well. Now you probably recognize when the baby pushes this button, there will be a camera automatically taking his or her photo and upload to his or her Facebook. Now, and when you look at the figures, the penetration of social media to higher education, in fact, is increasing. Say, for instance, from a research done in 2011, The penetration rate is about 73%, 74, almost 74% in North America. And the penetration rate for Asia is about 18.5. I guess some of you might know the penetration rate of social media in Hong Kong is really, really high. It's about 64%. That means among 7 million people, there are altogether 4 million people using or accessing social media, and they spend 30 minutes each day, looking up their Facebook, so on and so forth. I did a search in the the general database, probably from EBSCOhost, and then I found some research studies concerning about social media and education. Altogether, I found 30,000 publication outputs starting from 2004 to 2014, and in fact, those publications are dominated by research work on Facebook, weblog, so on and so forth. And social annotation is still underdeveloped. And since there has been quite a lot of survey indicating that quite a lot of university teachers, they use social media to facilitate teaching and learning. But there are also quite a large amount of research findings indicating that students' discussion in social media was shallow. That means their learning is shallow. And in fact, wikis, blogs, and other social networking platforms lack a mechanism to engage students in deep learning or deep discussion, so on and so forth. And many people are suggesting that if there are some facilities like annotation, discussion, so on and so forth, that could help promote deep learning. So that is our motivation to develop such a platform. Now, in fact, we have chosen, social annotation tools available in the market and did some research studies. Since I come from education, that's why we have some studies on using social annotation to support teaching and learning. We use this platform. Well, in fact, it is Diigo. We use Diigo to facilitate group inquiry learning. We have altogether 48 students involved in group projects. Each group are required to research into an ill-structured topic using this online social annotation platform. Now, this is one of the social annotation platforms available in the market. You could highlight web pages, you could make notes, make annotations, and also you could share those notes with your members, with your group mates, so on and so forth. And interestingly, we identified quite a lot of interesting learning activities. We analyzed the notes and the annotations posted by students. We tried to do some content analysis, and we could identify different levels of cognitive activities and also meta-cognitive activities as well. And in fact, we did a very simple analysis. We did autocorrelation analysis for those time series. And in fact, these activities are highly correlated with one another. And so let me briefly summarize some of our findings. First of all, social annotation supports different levels of cognitive as well as metacognitive activities. And also these activities in fact correlate with one another. Well, the more lower cognitive activities a group was engaged in, the more higher level cognitive and also metacognitive activities were promoted. And interestingly, when we did a multi-level analysis, we used the level of collaboration among our groups as a variable. And we discovered that in fact the level of collaboration in fact affect the level of their cognitive activities. That means if the level of collaboration among a group is very high, then we could discover quite a lot of high-level cognitive and also metacognitive activities. So that sounds very interesting. You know, collaborative learning, in fact, has quite a lot of positive effects on promoting high-order cognitive activities. So that is our motivation. But of course, you know, those social annotation tools or platforms available in the markets, they suffer some you know, they have some problem. In fact, say for instance, you could actually, when you look at the previous slides, when people annotate tags, the notes will scatter around the whole page. There's no, you know, facilities to facilitate students to codify or to categorize those information, and also there's no facilities for students to organize. That means they organize those information, which includes notes and their discussions, so on and so forth. So I think, well, our motivation, of course, is to enhance the knowledge management facilities of those platforms. And also, for most of those apps or tools available in the market, they could not support annotation for co-annotation of PDF files. Well, I think, well, since we would like to apply this platform to our university students, and most of them, well, apart from accessing web pages, they would access journals, so on and so forth. So co-annotation of PDF files are very important, so we need to incorporate this, these features. And also, lack of facilities for users to reflect on and regulate their learning. We would like to, you know, build in some learning analytics so that students could reflect, not just for teachers to identify students at risk, but also help students to reflect on their own learning as well. So that is, you know, the motivation for developing this WOPS application. And this, in fact, this application could be, you know, easily incorporated into the KIP platform. So, I think I should stop at this point in time and invite our colleagues to help us to go through this platform, please.
I'm Jackie, and I come from the Department of Education Studies. So, what WOPS can do, we hope and we think that the WOPS platform could enhance students' experience of their collaborative inquiry learning, especially for how do they do the knowledge building and also how to manage the knowledge they generate in the learning progress. So in our software, in our platform, what students can do is that when they try to do a web browsing, surfing, and they could try to bookmark, highlight, and annotate different kind of web resources, such as web pages, PDF, and other kind of materials. After that, they could collaborate with each other. They could try to share what they found from the internet to his or her group mates, and also he or she can do some management and try to put different kind of material into different categories. And also at the end of the discussion collaboration, they could export their outputs to the Google Docs or Microsoft Word. So in WOPS, it includes a web browser extension and also a web-based platform. For the web browser extension, a student or user can try to bookmark, highlight, annotate, comment different kind of web resources, and also they could use the hashtag to categorize different kind of material and for the later advanced search. After that, when they put all the material to the platform through the extension, user or student could try to share the information through the platform, and they could do the discussion, collaboration in groups, and then after some knowledge management, they can finally export their outputs to the Google Drive, and for the further report writing or for the further for the writing. So after that, my colleague Mickey will try to demonstrate how to use our software.
Good afternoon, my name is Vicky. So let's have a look of our platform. This is our website. As what Jackie has said, we have a web-based platform. This is our platform, educwops.hkvu.edu.hk. And also we need to have our extension installed in your web browser. Right now, we recommend using the Google Chrome because our platform is designed for Google Chrome browser. And after you have installed it, later you can download and install from Google Web Store. After you have downloaded and installed, then you can start using this. And first of all, you have to log into our system. By using your Google account, just simply click the sign in, then you can log into it with your Google account. And we can check in my profile. This is one of our demo accounts. You can see we get the username and user email from your Gmail account. And students or users can change their display name, like this one. Examples like this, and we pull in some information, for example, your institution, program you have registered, and your cohort here. And if you have joined in some groups, then it also shown in the user's profile page here. After saving it, you can see that the display name changed, but no change for the username and user email. And then we can walk through each page. The first page is My Home. My Home is the latest activities you have done. For example, what you have bookmarks, highlights, or comments, or your friends do in your groups. So it shows the latest entries here. And for My Bookmarks, this is the main page. Collecting what you have seen, what you like from the web page or PDF. So you can bookmark it and store here. And you can see some of the information. For example, this is the title of the website, when you have bookmarked it, when you have seen it the last time, and you can do some categorization by hashtag. Later I will show, I will demo how you can bookmark a website. And if you have to do some highlights or comments, you will see the numbers here. And if your bookmark is shared with your friend in groups, it also shows you that the bookmark is shared. And we have a search engine here. I know everyone may bookmark lots of websites or PDF here. So you can simply by typing keywords, for example, here, then the result will show here. Or you can select some hashtags that you have made, for example, globalization, then it shows free bookmarks. And I remember one with WHO also. Then we have and logic here. That means I've had hashtag globalization and WHO. Then I got 2 results. And for my annotations, it shows every single entries of your highlights and also your comments and hashtags. So these are the pages to keep what you have bookmarks and highlights and your annotations. So let's do a demo for how to bookmark a website. So let's go to a website. For example, I'm doing a project about globalization. Then I simply click on the extension here, and then I define a new project. Because one of the key features of our product, WOPS, is that we can do multi-layer annotation. I will demo you what is the multi-layered annotation. Let's do the first layer. Then layer 1. Then I press, if you are going to share in groups, then you can choose one of your groups. If not, just leave it and then annotate. Then we can do highlight. For example, so I'm interested in this paragraph. Then I press this button, I can make comment. And we can do hashtag. Like this, and choose a color, for example pink, then save. Then it is highlight and annotate. When we go back to the My Bookmark page, you can see that a new bookmark comes here. But right now it is an individual bookmark. I didn't share to any groups. Let me show you the layer 2 annotation. If you want to annotate the same web page for another project, you can simply click on the extension again and then start a new project. You can choose layer 1 to continue your annotation or start a new layer. Then layer 2. And annotate. This time, I highlight the second paragraph and do the same thing in blue color and then save. When we go back to My Bookmarks, we refresh it, then you will see that we will have 2 layers. Click on it. Maybe we'll have to wait for a while. Okay, anyway. So when you next time you want to do annotation on your website, you can continue working on the same layer, or you can start a new layer. It is convenient for students and teachers to work on the same web page when they want to share their ideas or bookmark their ideas for different projects or in different stages of the same project. Okay. After you have done some annotation, you have kept a lot of bookmarks you want to share with your friends or group mates, then you can go to My Groups. And these are the groups that we have created. We have 3 buttons here. You can see the details of your group. For example, who are your group mates. You can just simply type in the display name of your friend. Then you can add your friend in. And right now, everyone in the groups can invite new friends. Then let us check it again. Okay, Alpha is in the group. Okay, we also can manage the posts. For example, we have do some bookmarks recently, demo layer 2 and layer 1. We can share what we have done to the group. Just click it and then save. Then we push our new annotation, individual annotations to the group. So your group mates might access those links and your notes. And you can check what are the posts in the group. These are the posts. Okay, these 2 recently we have annotated. One is layer 1 and one is layer 2. And we can check in the group there are totally 7 highlights and 11 comments. Just simply click on it, it will jump to my annotation page, but only for the group project. Then you will see. This is the layer 1 comment. We have pushed it. This is the layer 2. And we can do something like this. After one student put his own individual annotation in the group, share with the group mates, then the group mates can discuss with him or her by simply adding a new comment, for examples like this. and a new comment added. When the students go back to this website and click the project to do the annotation again. When they click on it again, then they will see what you have done. Sorry, because I haven't choose the group. Right. This is- Okay. That's not the problem. Okay. Then these are the annotation for website, but actually we can also do PDF right now. In my bookmark page, there's a button adding PDF file. For example, we have add a PDF like this. Okay. After you have uploaded a PDF, you can also annotate, highlight, and comment on it. And it looks like this. We upload your PDF file as a HTML file so that you can do the same in the web page. And you can see that these are the things that we have highlighted before. And you can comment here and save it. Then you will see the comment is added. Then you can keep discussing, for example, this paragraph with your groupmates. You can do it in groups also. And after you have discussed it with your groupmates and finalized your decision, you can export what you have done here to Google Drive. For example, when I go to my annotations, these are things that we have annotated. Then you can choose this one, and for example, this one. Then we can export. These are the notes that you have chosen. Then we can export them to Google Drive. For example, this one. Hold it here and save your file. Okay, in a second, then you can check your Google Drive. Then a demo file here, you can see that. Then open it with Google Docs. Then you will see these are the things that we have checked out and export to Google Docs. And you can continue your writing or discussion here. And we are now trying to develop the reference as some of the citation format. The first one we are doing is APA format, and later we will have some more. And this is the end of our demonstration. Questions?
Yes.
The search function, I was wondering, does it only search the hashtags or does it search the document inside the document?
Everything. You can search the keywords, hashtags, or even comments. Yeah.
Okay. And also, where you see the compilation of the comments, is there a way to to someone's comments?
Definitely, yes,
Okay.
yes. That, in fact, that associated with a threaded discussion, you could continue to build on what you have.
I have a question which addressed to both Sandy and Irvin. Now, you have this big system that can, it's like a black hole, right? You can suck in all the energies, and we have a big energy here. Now, how does this get incorporated into yours? And how will a little person then make use of both at the same time?
I think I think we could sort out all the login actually. In fact, student could directly log in through Keep.
Yeah.
Yeah. As we did for Google as well, we could use all your Google account to log onto the system. We don't keep, your Google password so on and so forth. You just directly log in through Google, and also same to Keep as well.
And then we also should promote this if it's not already on in terms of the catalog. So this will be another product. So when people search annotation, this will show up.
It's a great job, good job. Actually, based on promoting it, my question is regarding the users. Because this is a lot of effort and all that what you do, and it's beautiful. But you need to sell it out. You need to be able to let the users be able to want to use it. So that you can get more feedback and you can grow. Now, knowing that students, at the point talking about social media, they are selective in what they want to do with the time of the social media and all that, using all that. So, and also there's a culture, there's a language culture, there's a culture that it's imbibed into it. So how would you communicate this to the users so that you can really encourage them to use it? From my experience as a PhD student teaching, doing tutorials, I know that a lot of students, majority of the students I taught tutorials didn't really go into the module to even read. Once they go in and just download one thing, they're done. Like a lot of times they don't go in. Because this is outside the classroom, outside the desk, they want to do their own thing. And then they're selective. So, but we want to encourage them to use this because this is a great tool. So in the package, there has to be how to set it out to the users. That's just
yeah, we have this some pilot study in, as Sandy's mentioned, for Diigo, and most of the students think that the application or the software functionality is the very important at all. Once they think that this is important for their learning, such as when they try to learn SPSS, and they think that it can facilitate their learning, they will put effort on it to learn how to use the software. So I think what we have did in the last semester is that we try to implement Diigo, and the coming semester we will implement WOPS to some courses and try to give them a series of tutorial for the student, teach them how to use it, and try to get that feedback, encourage them to use. Yes, this is very important.
I think after all, it is a culture building exercise actually. Well, I guess, say for instance, seminar like this is a very good vehicle to promote this kind of learning and teaching. And also, I think the Keep platform is in fact an excellent platform for disseminating, good practices and also all these kind of learning tools. Should I? Because I think time is running out. Should I hand over to Eva?
Thank you very much, Irvin and Sandy, and thank you all of you. I hope you have actually got what you come for. I think we actually we like collaboration, and it is the way to go, really. The world world is getting more and more complicated. Nobody can do their own thing by themselves and expect it will work. Collaboration is happening, and this is a start. I think we will do more in the course of this semester, next semester. So hopefully we'll see more of you and more of Irvin and Sandy and other people around the campus. So please complete your questionnaire so that we know what you like and what you don't like, and we'll try to improve, and have a good afternoon.